Well, if you tuned in yesterday, you had the Invisible Man. What I did was I recorded the video for the cartoons, but didn't record the video of me speaking because here on Melrose Mountain we have Windstream, and Windstream speed is not 100 megabytes like uh, the Charter and some of the Spectrum family of internet, but we have a speed of about 1.5, and, and it takes an hour and a half for things to upload up here. So by not putting the video on the whole thing, I was able to upload in 18 minutes instead of an hour and a half. If it bothered you not to have a picture of me speaking, I'm sorry, and you'll just have to put a comment on my video page and let me know that you'd rather see me speaking, even if it takes an hour and a half for it to upload. If it doesn't make any difference that you not see me, then I'll continue to do the cartoons and the audio, but not to record the fact that I'm speaking live here from the house. We've been looking at the churches in the book of Revelation, the best of the book of Revelation to start with. And we've looked at Ephesus, the faithful church, Smyrna, the fearful church, Pergamum, the faltering church, Thyatira, the false church. And today we look at Sardis, the fruitless church. Boy, this one really speaks to me as to what God may be looking at when he looks down from heaven at today's churches. Once again, we have in the fifth time, I know your deeds. It's good to know that God knows our deeds, isn't it? Well, it's good that he knows them when we're doing what we're supposed to do. Not so good when we're doing things we shouldn't be doing. But nevertheless, he knows our deeds. He knows what's going on in the church. And he says, your name, the church name, says that you're alive, but you're really dead. You're really dead. I wonder how many churches today, from 50 members to 5,000 members, have a church name that says they're alive, but they're really dead. John Phillips, who I'm using heavily in this series in teaching, says that there's lights that come from stars in the heavens, and that it takes 34 light years for them to reach us. That means that the star could burn out and the light would still shine for 34 years. But in fact, the star would have been dead for 34 years. I wonder how many churches today are really dead. They have a name and a reputation, but the church is dead. Oh, they are dabbling with things and busy with things, but they're not really fruitful. Well, in any case, that's the scenario that God writes to the fruitless church, Sardis. I know your deeds. And he says, wake up, strengthen the little bit that remains. Remember what you've seen, what you've heard, and what has happened in the past, and restore those things. Repent. He's called all of these churches to continue good, fruitful deeds, and whenever they've gone astray, he calls them to repent. And he also warns them what he'll do if they don't. He says, I'll come when you don't even expect it. So here we have a church that represents perhaps a lot of churches today. They've got a name that says they're alive, but they're really dead. They're dabbling instead of doing. And he makes a promise to those remnant that are there in the church. He says, if you just remain faithful, you'll walk with me in white clothing. What a wonderful thing. And he'll confess us before the Father in heaven and his angels. That's his promise. Well, we're coming up on a weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday, and then we'll be back at church. And you need to ask yourself, which one of these churches am I? Oh, I don't mean me personally or you personally, but I mean the church you're attending. Which one represents your church so far? The faithful, the fearful, the faltering, the false, or the fruitless? Dabbling instead of doing. Just have a remnant left, and the remnant's called to faithfulness so they can walk in white with the Lord himself. That's my thought for the day. God bless you and see you Monday.